What do you expect from the Clippers postseason?
Well, not much because of the reasons that you just outlined. The fact of the matter is that when you look at the Los Angeles Clippers, I think that from a talent perspective, they're on par with anybody. I consider Chris Paul a superstar as a point guard. The 19 and 10 that he's averaging this year, along with some of the big moments that he's had, just to kind of display that he puts on as an orchestrator in this league, I think is close to unparalleled. Blake Griffin, to me, is number 3 in the league for MVP honors as far as I'm concerned, behind Kevin Durant and LeBron James in that order. And a legitimate argument could be made that you can look at Blake Griffin and the contribution that he's made to the Clippers this year and potentially put him above LeBron and put LeBron at number 3 instead of at number 2 for league MVP honors, simply because of what he has to do, even though I know you can make the argument because of the load that LeBron has had to carry with the lack of continuity with Dwayne Wade being out. You would still leave him at number 2. Ultimately, what it comes down to is this, however. The game slows down in postseason time. And when the game slows down, you tend to end up at the free throw line more. And as long as DeAndre Jordan needs to be on the court for you to win, I don't know how you can come out of the Western Conference with a guy that's averaging 10 points, that's averaging nearly 14 rebounds a game, that's averaging nearly 3 blocks per game. DeAndre Jordan has been impressive. He's definitely improved under Doc Rivers. I love almost everything about him except one thing. The dude is shooting 42% from the free throw line. That's just horrible. And if you can ultimately employ the Hacker Jordan philosophy whenever you want to, that's going to impede your abilities to do what you need to do come playoff time, because either you're going to have him on the court and he's going to disrupt your rhythm because people are going to continuously foul him, especially since he leads the league in dunks. You know what? You can't have him near the rim because he's a skywalker. He's 7 feet plus he could jump. So the reality is that the only way to really neutralize him is to send him to the free throw line. You're going to disrupt the Clippers' rhythm. They're not going to be able to flow offensively because he's going to be an impediment. And the only solution appears to be that you take him out of the game in the fourth quarter, in the waning moments anyway, and you have some other folks in. And I think that takes a lot away from the Clippers when you're talking about them going up against OKC or going up against San Antonio. So I really, as much as I would love to stick with them and would love to pick them because I think talent-wise, depth-wise, coaching-wise, they're better than almost everybody in the league, the impediment is the free throw line. You have to hit free throws to win championships in this league. And I don't think the Clippers can pull that off. And that's why I'm not picking them to come out of the West after all.
So you are now switching to the Oklahoma City Thunder to come out of the West. Am I accurate?
I don't know whether it's Oklahoma City or San Antonio yet. I just know that I can't pick the Clippers as they were my preseason pick. I can't pick them to come out of the West as long as DeAndre Jordan is on the court shooting 42% from the free throw line. That's the only reason. If it were not for that, the Clippers would still be my pick. But that free throw is a problem.
You know what's ironic about today? Suddenly, I am liking the Clippers more than you like them even in the preseason, because I think Doc Rivers, if he's not Coach of the Year, he's very close to Greg Popovich for Coach of the Year. I told you during the offseason, the biggest addition any team made via trade or free agency was Doc Rivers, and he has proven that because he has worked a minor miracle with Blake Griffin. He has turned Blake into a basketball player this year. Blake's free throw shooting has gone from 66% up to 72%. Blake is averaging 24 and 10. And Stephen A., I think you might be able to make the case that Blake caught and passed LeBron for second in the MVP race over the last month. And God bless LeBron, he hit the wall because he was having to carry the whole show mostly by himself. And as you know, boy, over the last month or month and a half, Miami struggled almost as much as the Pacers did. And the Pacers took the onus and the focus off Miami because they just flat out fell on their faces. But in this case, very quietly over in the West, in the shadows of Thunder Spurs, these guys, these Clippers, They're pretty spectacular. DeAndre Jordan is leading the league in rebounds. I know his free throws are a flaw and a problem, maybe the Achilles heel, but he is leading the league in rebounds. And his free throws did go up under Doc from 39% last year to almost 43% right now. He actually went 1 for 8 last night, so that really killed his percentage. But my God, CP3 it increased numbers across the board under Doc Rivers. And Jamal Crawford is still coming off the bench with a bang, man. I know we have a lot of Taj Gibson talk and Markieff Morris talk for six-man, but when Jamal comes off the averages, what's that?
18. Jamal Crawford averaging 18 a game. Damn right he should be six-man of the year. No question.
Pop coming off that bench. So I look at this team. Number one in offensive efficiency in the NBA. Number one in points scored in the NBA.
Points.
Second to the Spurs in point differential. And seventh in defensive efficiency, which is up from again, they allowed 14th most points, but it's because they score so many points that all their scores seem to be like 125 to 117. But Doc has made them a little better on defense. Now, let me qualify or disqualify my opinion. The reason I'm getting bullish on the Clippers is because I need the Clippers to knock off the Thunder and get to the Spurs in the finals. That's all I want.
Oh
Please,
my God.
Doc, it's up to you, Doc Rivers. Go, Doc, go.